Hola, Timothy Phoenix here, and today I'm going to talk to you about a few things that have been happening in my life which have really started to turn things around. And the basic theme of it is that anyone can turn their life around, and it can happen really, really quickly. Now, when I started my blog a couple of months ago, the very first post I did, I actually questioned whether I could create my dream life in 1 year or under 1 year. And at the time I'd just gone through a spiritual awakening which lasted about 12 months or so. Arguably I'm still going through it, but certainly the main part of it was last year, 2016. And since then I've decided, right, okay, I've learnt all this amazing stuff about our reality, about life, about myself. And now I need to go out there and put it into action to try and create that life of my dreams. And that means actually, putting myself out there and really believing in myself and really going for what I really want. Using kind of all these principles and things that I'd learned through my spiritual awakening from various self-development gurus, and basically lots of great inspiring people out there who have done things like blogs and vlogs. And so yeah, I've done basically all the hard groundwork, I guess, last year, but now I realise, you know what, it's enough of the reading, enough of the watching the videos constantly and the constant motivation, and it's time to actually go out there and do something, really put everything into action. And so that's what I decided to do this year. And this blog, timothyphoenix.com, is the one thing that's really made the biggest difference to what's happening in my life. Now, my external circumstances haven't changed that much. I'm still living in a place where I don't really want to live, in a city where I don't really want to live, and I'm still kind of, I don't really have I don't have a network of friends here. And I didn't have, a couple of months ago, a job that I was particularly found fulfilling and really wanted to be something that was going to make me proud for the rest of my life. So basically I still had a long way to go externally. Internally, I felt I'm ready. I'm at that stage now where I know what I want, I know how to get it, but I've still got to go out there and put in the action. I've done all the visualizations, done all the law of attraction work, but not a lot was really happening. And so one of the key things that I needed to do was to start putting myself out there, and that has been through the blog, where I've been telling my story, all about my anxiety. You'll know all about that by now, won't you? If you don't, go onto the blog, have a look for my free ebook, How I Crushed Anxiety Twice, the easy way and the hard way, and you can too. And have a look at that, it's free, it's on there, you don't have to download anything, it's straight on one of the pages there, so check it out. And you can find out about my post-traumatic anxiety and my social anxiety, which I had when I was younger, and how I overcame them both. And so I've been writing about that on the blog. I've been writing about my spiritual awakening from last year, which has really it's changed everything for me. I've written extensively about that on the blog, so I won't go into that in too much detail here, or any detail in fact. Let's just move straight on. And yes, I wanted to talk about what's happening with me on a more personal level this year. So I started up the blog, started writing, and really it was just a way for me to first of all, it was kind of a cathartic thing, to get it out of me and really speak about what I've been going through for the first time, get it out there. I hope that I could help other people, and that's why I wrote my ebook, because I want to help other people. I want them to understand that anxiety is not something that you have to live with, and you can overcome it. And it starts with a simple choice that you believe that you can overcome it, you will overcome it, and you're going to take the steps consistently, day after day, to break those habits which have got you into the situation you're in, and change those habits into good ones, which will get you out of that situation. But it starts with believing it. It starts with making a choice. Okay, I'm going to do it. You can make that choice in a second. I don't care who you are. Everyone can make that choice. Now, I did that at some point a few years ago. I made that choice. I was stagnating on anti-anxiety pills, going nowhere, and not barely leaving the house. I wasn't working, and I made that choice. I didn't want this life anymore, and from that moment I did put the work in to get out of that. Similarly, when I was finally out of anxiety and I didn't have my mind flooded with an anxiety disorder, I realised that I wasn't in a great position with my life, and I wanted to create a life of my dreams. That was a choice. And I started reading up on a lot of things, and I eventually had a spiritual awakening through that. I wasn't expecting to have a spiritual awakening through it, but it happened. But it started with a choice that I was going to work harder at what I was doing to try and get myself out of the situation, change my external factors, and create a better life. After my awakening, I had all these great tools and knowledge from amazing people out there who have been through that awakening and have changed their lives around, in a lot of them in very short time frames. And it was now down to me in 2017 to put everything into practice. That's what I've been doing. That's why I started the blog. That's why I started writing. And it's happened. The things that have happened so quickly, I can barely believe it. I've had people getting in touch with me through the blog who are, I don't think it's an exaggeration to say, they're going to change my life. And for different reasons. I mean, I've had work offers coming in, opportunities to go away, travelling, opportunities to just to make amazing friendships. And these things have already started. They've all happened over the last month or so, 2 months since I started the blog. And it's just because I put myself out there and I told my story and I lived from my authentic truth, which is, you know, I had anxiety, I overcome it, but I wanted to tell my story through the best way possible, and that for me was writing, because that's my passion. That's something that I love. I love words, and I've always been a writer, but I've never had that confidence to really go for it. Never had the self-belief that I could actually turn it into a career of any sorts, and the seeds of that are now starting to come to fruition, and I'm starting to get work from it, and most importantly, I'm making great, amazing connections with amazing people. One of those people is someone who I've respected for many, many years. Is in the public eye. I didn't think I was ever going to actually meet that person, but I have done, and we're friends now. And so that's just one of the amazing things that has happened. And you know, I know this is gonna snowball, and it's gonna get even better and better and better. And because that's the way the law of attraction works. And so I'm just really here to say right now that things are starting, that there's light at the end of the tunnel. Basically, I can see pathways starting to open up into incredible things. I'm not going to say exactly what those incredible things are right now, partly because those things haven't materialised in full yet, and I almost don't want to jinx it, although I'm not a superstitious person at all. I'm just going to let things unfold for a little while, but what I will say is, you know, compared to 2 months ago when I started the blog, things have just taken off way quicker than I ever expected them to. I knew I could change my life in a year, because I've done it before. Again, if you read my ebook, you'll find out about that, after I crushed social anxiety when I was younger. So I knew it could happen in a short time frame, but this is really short. I didn't expect 2 months into the blog to have as many followers and readers as I've got, but most importantly, that amazing people have seen something in me and have got in touch with me, or I've got in touch with them, and we've collaborated and we're working together, and amazing things are starting to happen. There's lights at the end of the tunnel for me. I can see pathways that could possibly open up that I would never have thought were going to open up a year ago, or even a few months ago. Certainly not this quickly. So I just want to tell you that, you know, things can change in your life so quickly, you won't believe it. But they can't happen unless you make that choice, that decision to change. And that's down to you. Don't wait for someone else to come along and save you. Don't wait for something to happen. You know, you've got to go out there and make it happen. You've got to force it to happen. It's a choice. It's a simple choice. Make it and you can change your life. And it can happen really, really quickly. So that's what I'm going to say for now anyway. We'll leave it there. I hope to speak in more detail on exactly what these changes are when they're a bit more concrete and I'm a bit more comfortable saying, yeah, this is going to happen now. There's no problem. Hopefully that'll be soon. But yeah, keep reading the blog, subscribe so that you'll get my updates regularly. I'm blogging quite a lot, so you might want to do that. And yeah, things are really looking up for me. I'm really excited. I hope you're going to come along for the ride, and you can learn more from me and about what I've been through. And it's so easy that anyone can apply the things that I've done in their life and change like that. Okay, don't believe that it's going to be hard work. Probably yes, but that doesn't mean that it can't happen quickly. And the thing is, okay, it might seem like it's overnight, it's happened pretty quickly. Things have turned very quickly, but I put in the work, you know, I put in the work over the past year on self-development, working on myself and learning and reading and gaining knowledge from other people. And it's only now that it's coming into fruition, but I think the main reason why it's coming into fruition now is because I've decided to take action now. I could have taken action last year, but a spiritual awakening, it's a real period of turmoil. There's all sorts going on. So it wasn't really going to happen then. I was reading and learning. But if I'd made that decision to, okay, you know what, why don't I start writing now? I could have done this a year ago, you know. But, you know, I guess I wouldn't have had quite much to write about then as I have now. So, you know, make that decision, and you can make that decision right this second. Don't wait for something to happen. Don't wait for a perfect moment. The perfect moment is always now, okay? And you can make that decision, right, what do I need to do to get what I want in life? And then get to work on it, you know? And I'm not saying the process is going to be easy. It's not. And that's why most people fail, because they give up too soon. Now, if I'd last year, when I was doing my visualization, learning about the law of attraction and trying to manifest things into my life, if I'd just given up then when things weren't instantly manifesting for me, and they weren't, okay, I was frustrated, don't get me wrong, but I didn't give up, I kept at it, okay, I stuck at it, and actually this year I took things up another level by being much more proactive. And that was the key, I think. That's really why things have started to change now. But I think what most people do is they give up too soon. And if I'd given up last year, none of the things that are happening now would have happened. You know, I'd been back to square one again, probably looking at some other kind of self-development thing and trying to get motivated all over again. And, you know, you've got to take action. That's the key. But it starts with a choice. Make that choice right now. Don't wait. Don't hang about. Okay? Right, that's all I've got to say. I am going to go now. TimothyPhoenix.com. Subscribe and read, and I'll see you soon. Hasta luego.